Brazil is the largest country in South America, famous for its vibrant culture, natural beauty, and love of football. Brazil is the fifth largest country in the world by both area and population. It is home to the Amazon rainforest, which produces about 20% of the world's oxygen. Brazil has won the FIFA World Cup 5 times, more than any other nation. The Rio Carnival is the biggest carnival in the world, attracting millions of visitors. The Iguazu Falls are one of the largest and most stunning waterfall systems on Earth. Brazil has the greatest biodiversity of any country, with more than 50,000 plant species. The Fernando de Noronha archipelago is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for pristine beaches. Brasilia, the capital, was a planned city built in just 41 months in the 1950s. Brazil is the world's largest exporter of coffee, holding this title for over 150 years. Brazil gave the world samba and bossa nova, musical styles that influence global music. Rio de Janeiro. The very name conjures dazzling images. Endless white sand beaches, the rhythm of samba echoing in the air, and Christ the Redeemer standing tall on Corcovado Mountain with open arms. The moment I arrived, I felt a unique energy, as if every street and every beat of music was guiding me straight into the heart of Brazil. Morning in Rio unveils a breathtaking canvas. The sunlight glistens over Guanabara Bay, where towering granite peaks cast shadows over shimmering waters. In the distance rises the iconic Sugarloaf Mountain, a timeless emblem of the city. I knew that to truly understand Rio, I had to see it from above, where nature and urban life merge into one spectacular view. Yet Rio is more than its natural beauty. It is the heartbeat of its people, the Cariocas, warm, welcoming, and endlessly spirited. On narrow streets, the sounds of guitars and samba drums fill the air, turning every corner into a festival. I found myself swept into the rhythm, my footsteps naturally moving to the beat. As the sun sets, Copacabana and Ipanema transform into stages of light and music. People gather on the sand, playing football, dancing, or simply watching the sun melt into the ocean. In that moment, I understood why Rio is called Cidade Maravilhosa, the marvelous city. Rio de Janeiro is not just a destination, it is a feeling, a harmony of majestic landscapes, vibrant culture, and pure joy of life. And I knew my adventure here had only just begun. Arriving at Iguazu Falls felt like stepping into another world, where nature unleashes its raw power and breathtaking beauty. Straddling the border between Brazil and Argentina, Iguazu is not just a single waterfall, but a system of more than 270 cascades, stretching nearly 3 kilometers. The thunderous roar of water echoed like an endless symphony of the earth. I moved closer to the area known as the Devil's Throat, the most magnificent section of the falls. Mist rose high into the sky, wrapping everything in a white veil, while rainbows shimmered brilliantly under the sunlight. Standing there, I felt incredibly small against the grandeur of nature. Beyond the spectacle, Iguazu is home to rich biodiversity. Colorful toucans, giant butterflies, and lush forests surround the falls, forming a vibrant ecosystem. I realized that Iguazu is not only a natural wonder, but also a sanctuary of life itself. What struck me most was the harmony between might and peace. Amid the thunderous roar, there were quiet moments, listening to the wind through the trees or watching a bird perch nearby. Iguazu Falls is truly a wonder, not just to see, but to feel with every sense. It is a place that reminds us the beauty of our world always surpasses imagination. In the midst of São Paulo's bustling and modern landscape lies a vast green space that brings balance and serenity to the city. This is Ibirapuera Park. Often compared to New York's Central Park, Ibirapuera is more than just a place to stroll. It is a symbol where culture, art, and nature come together. As I entered the park, I was greeted by tree-lined paths, sparkling lakes reflecting sunlight, and locals jogging, cycling, or simply relaxing under the shade. The fresh air felt like an escape from the city's chaos, opening the door to a slower, more intimate world. Ibirapuera is also a cultural hub. Inside the park are several museums and exhibition centers, such as the Museum of Modern Art and the Afro-Brazil Museum, celebrating the nation's cultural diversity. Many of the architectural landmarks here were designed by the renowned architect Oscar Niemeyer, adding artistic depth to the natural surroundings. Strolling along the lake, I came across musicians performing, street dancers entertaining crowds, and children playing joyfully in the sun. The park felt like an open stage where creativity and happiness flowed freely. By late afternoon, as the sunset cast golden hues over the water, the atmosphere turned poetic and calm. I realized that Ibirapuera is not just a park, but the green heart of São Paulo, where nature, art, and people live in perfect harmony. If Copacabana is famous for its bustling energy, Ipanema shines with elegance, charm, and a unique vibrancy. Arriving at Ipanema Beach felt like stepping into a living painting, where the turquoise ocean embraces soft white sands and majestic mountains rise in the distance, creating a stunning backdrop. Ipanema's fame extends beyond its beauty. It embodies the lifestyle of its people. On the beach, groups of friends played volleyball, soccer, or surfed the waves with unshakable enthusiasm. Families gathered under colorful umbrellas, while street vendors offered traditional Brazilian snacks like biscoito de polvilho or refreshing coconut water. One of the most magical experiences in Ipanema is watching the sunset from Pedra do Arpoador, a rocky viewpoint between Ipanema and Copacabana. As the sun dips behind the Dois Irmãos Mountains, the sky bursts into fiery shades of red, orange, and purple, mirrored on the shimmering waves. In that moment, hundreds of people cheer and applaud together, as if celebrating the perfect end of a perfect day. Ipanema is also tied to Brazil's cultural legacy, famously inspiring the iconic 1960s song, The Girl from Ipanema, which captivated the world. Today, that creative spirit still lingers in local cafes, art, and the smooth rhythms of bossa nova echoing through the streets. For me, Ipanema is more than a beach. It is a complete experience where natural beauty, joyful spirit, and artistic energy come together, capturing the very essence of Brazil. Copacabana, the very name conjures images of endless white sand, swaying palm trees, and a magnetic blend of energy and charm. Arriving at Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, I immediately understood why it is called the most famous beach in the world. Stretching in a sweeping 4-kilometer curve, the beach embraces the turquoise Atlantic. On the sand, groups played beach volleyball, soccer, or simply soaked up the sun. Music drifted from lively beach bars, blending with the rhythm of the waves to create an atmosphere bursting with life. Copacabana is more than natural beauty. It's a cultural icon. The black and white wave-patterned promenade along the shoreline has become a symbol of Rio itself. Walking there, I saw street performers entertaining the crowds and vendors offering coconuts, sugarcane juice, and Brazilian street snacks. At night, Copacabana transforms. Neon lights glow, bars and clubs stay open late, and the entire neighborhood pulses with energy. It is also the stage for massive celebrations, especially New Year's Eve, when millions gather to watch dazzling fireworks over the ocean. For me, Copacabana is not just a beach. It is the spirit of Brazil, where people, music, and nature unite in a joyful, radiant symphony of life. Avenida Paulista, known simply as Paulista Avenue, is the modern heart of São Paulo, where the city's urban rhythm is felt in every moment. Stepping onto this avenue, I felt as if I had entered a center that never sleeps, where commerce, culture, and art merge into one continuous flow. Stretching nearly 3 kilometers, the avenue is lined with skyscrapers, banks, international companies, as well as museums and cultural centers. The most iconic landmark is the São Paulo Museum of Art, MASP, with its striking red box structure suspended above the ground, an unmistakable symbol of the city. By day, Paulista buzzes with energy. Locals rush to work. Tourists snap photos, while street performers fill the sidewalks with music, dance, and art. On Sundays, when traffic is closed, the avenue transforms into a pedestrian paradise of cycling, strolling, and community activities, like a giant street festival. Food here is just as diverse, from cozy cafes and food stalls to upscale restaurants, reflecting São Paulo's multicultural essence. At night, the lights of skyscrapers and neon signs turn Paulista into a vibrant canvas. For me, Paulista Avenue is more than a street. It is the modern soul of São Paulo, where energy, creativity, and people come together to shape a city that never stops moving. Genipabu Beach, located in Rio Grande do Norte, near Natal, is one of the most spectacular and unusual beaches I have ever visited. What makes Genipabu unique is its breathtaking mix of turquoise ocean, soft white sand, and towering golden sand dunes that resemble a desert by the sea. As I stepped onto the shore, the clear blue water stretched endlessly ahead, while giant dunes rose dramatically behind me. Genipabu is famous for adventure activities, especially dune buggy rides. The driver asked me, "Você quer emoção com ou sem emoção?" Do you want the thrill with or without adrenaline? And moments later, the buggy sped up, diving down steep dunes, making me scream and laugh with excitement. Another highlight is camel rides across the dunes, giving the surreal impression of being in the Middle East while still in Brazil. For quieter moments, I floated in the gentle waves or relaxed under the shade of palm trees, sipping fresh coconut water. At sunset, Genipabu turns magical. Golden light washes over the sea and dunes, painting a romantic scene that feels almost unreal. I realized that Genipabu is more than a beach. It is a perfect harmony of nature's wonders and Brazil's adventurous spirit. Arpoador Beach is a small gem nestled between the famous beaches of Ipanema and Copacabana, yet it holds a charm all its own. Though not large in size, it is celebrated as the sunset paradise of Rio de Janeiro, where locals and travelers gather to witness the sun melting into the ocean. When I arrived at Arpoador, I was greeted by a tranquil beach framed by dramatic rock formations jutting into the sea. Climbing onto one of these rocks, I could take in sweeping views of the turquoise ocean and the distant Irmão Mountains. The sky shifted its palette from soft blue to golden yellow, then to fiery shades of orange and pink, until the sun kissed the horizon. At that moment, applause and cheers erupted, as if everyone was united in bidding farewell to a perfect day. Beyond sunsets, Arpoador is also famous for its waves, making it a hotspot for surfers who ride the swells from dawn to dusk. For those who don't surf, simply sitting on the sand, listening to the ocean, or strolling along the soft shoreline offers a sense of peace and connection. What makes Arpoador truly special is its atmosphere of intimacy. It's not as crowded as Copacabana or as bustling as Ipanema. It feels like a haven where you can embrace both serenity and the free-spirited soul of Rio. Pelourinho, located in the heart of Salvador Bahia, is one of Brazil's most vibrant and colorful historic neighborhoods. Walking through it feels like stepping back in time, with cobblestone streets and pastel-colored colonial buildings telling stories of centuries past. The first impression is color. Every building seems painted in a different hue: blue, yellow, pink, purple, blending together into a joyful, lively canvas. Flowers cascade from balconies, while the rhythm of drums and samba drifts from street performers below. Pelourinho is also the cultural soul of Afro-Brazilian heritage. Here, capoeira performances light up the squares, and candomblé rituals echo the African roots of Salvador. The aroma of acarajé, crispy black-eyed pea fritters stuffed with shrimp, lingers in the air, served by women known as baianas in traditional white dresses. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, Pelourinho preserves its colonial architecture while thriving as a hub of art, music, and food. Strolling through the main square, I felt the coexistence of history and modern vibrancy, past and present, intertwined. For me, Pelourinho is more than a historic district. It is the artistic heart of Salvador, where culture, music, and people's warmth come together in a kaleidoscope of unforgettable experiences. Búzios, located about 170 kilometers from Rio de Janeiro, is a small coastal town famous for its charm and elegance. Once a quiet fishing village, it gained international fame in the 1960s after actress Brigitte Bardot visited, earning it the nickname the Saint-Tropez of Brazil. What makes Búzios unique is its wide variety of beaches. With over 20 options, each has its own personality. Praia de Ferradura is calm, perfect for swimming and kayaking, while Genipabu attracts surfers with its powerful waves. I chose to wander along Praia João Fernandes, where golden sand meets beachside seafood restaurants. Beyond its natural beauty, Búzios has a vibrant town center. The cobblestone Rua das Pedras is the heart of the town, lined with fashion boutiques, art galleries, cafes, and upscale restaurants. At night, Búzios glows with lively energy, yet maintains an air of sophistication. What I loved most about Búzios is its balance, moments of peace by the ocean, followed by stylish nightlife. With warm weather year-round, crystal clear waters, and rich culture, Búzios truly deserves its place as one of Brazil's top seaside getaways. Alto Beach, located near the famous resort town of Porto de Galinhas in Pernambuco, is one of Brazil's most serene and unique beaches. Its name, Muro Alto, or High Wall, refers to the natural reef and coral formations that stretch along the shore, creating a massive barrier that protects the beach from strong waves. Inside this wall, the water is calm, crystal clear, and resembles a giant natural swimming pool. What struck me most upon arriving was the color of the water. Under the sunlight, it shimmered in shades of turquoise and emerald, glistening over fine white sand. Stepping into the refreshing sea felt like entering a vast outdoor pool crafted by nature itself. Muro Alto is perfect for gentle activities, kayaking, snorkeling among corals, or simply lounging under the sun with a fresh coconut in hand. The atmosphere is tranquil and less crowded, making it ideal for travelers seeking relaxation. Surrounding the beach are upscale resorts and seaside hotels that provide modern comfort while still preserving the area's natural charm. At sunset, the sky transforms into brilliant shades of orange and purple, mirrored beautifully on the calm waters, a truly romantic sight. For me, Muro Alto Beach feels like Brazil's hidden treasure, a blend of luxury and untouched beauty where gentle waves and a slower pace of life bring absolute peace. Florianópolis, also known as Ilha de Magia, or the Island of Magic, is a captivating destination in southern Brazil. The city stands out for its harmonious blend of beaches, hills, and rich local culture. Upon arriving, I felt a sense of calm, intertwined with the lively rhythm of local life. Florianópolis boasts over 40 beaches, each with its own character. Praia Mole is famous for strong waves and attracts surfers, while Lagoinha Beach is perfect for both surfing and strolling. I spent time exploring Lagoa da Conceição, a freshwater lagoon surrounded by green hills, where cafes and restaurants create a vibrant yet relaxed atmosphere. Beyond nature, Florianópolis charms with its unique culture. With Portuguese roots and traditional fishing villages, visitors can enjoy fresh seafood and experience a slower, nature-connected lifestyle. Local festivals, music, and samba rhythms also bring energy and character to the island. What impressed me most is the balance between nature and people. Whether on a quiet beach, a small street, or a bustling attraction, everything blends harmoniously, offering visitors an unforgettable experience. For me, Florianópolis is not just a getaway. It is a place where Brazil's ocean, hills, culture, and people come together in perfect harmony. Campeche Island, located just a few kilometers off the coast of Florianópolis, is a pristine and enchanting island where nature remains untouched. Upon arrival, I immediately felt a sense of serenity, completely removed from the urban hustle, with only the sound of waves and the wind rustling through the trees. The island is famous for its long stretches of white sand and crystal clear water, where you can see schools of fish swimming near the shore. I strolled along the beach, savoring the fresh air and the gentle rhythm of the sea. Campeche is not only perfect for sunbathing or swimming, but also an ideal spot for snorkeling, with diverse coral reefs, rich marine life, and stunning ecosystems. What makes Campeche particularly unique are the ancient rock carvings found across the island, evidence that humans once inhabited this place thousands of years ago. I spent time exploring these natural artworks, feeling the connection between humans and nature across generations. The island also offers hiking trails through forests, perfect for birdwatching and discovering native flora and fauna. Every step on the sand or along the trails brings both adventure and relaxation. For me, Campeche Island is a peaceful, pristine paradise where you can enjoy the beauty of the ocean while deeply connecting with nature and history. It is truly a must-visit destination when exploring southern Brazil. Lagoinha de Leste is one of the most secluded and untouched beaches of Florianópolis, accessible only by hiking trails or by boat. As I began the trek down to the beach, I felt a mix of anticipation and excitement. It wasn't a crowded tourist spot, but a pristine paradise where humans almost fully merge with nature. The trail led me through dense forests, up steep hills, and across rocky outcrops. The scenery constantly changed, from lush greenery and babbling streams to breathtaking ocean vistas. When I finally glimpsed Lagoinha do Leste from above, the golden sand, surrounding hills, and clear waters unfolded like a perfect natural painting. The beach itself is untouched, with no shops or tourist facilities, just sand, sea, hills, and the soothing sounds of waves, birds, and wind. I waded into the cool water, feeling its embrace and soaking in the absolute tranquility. It is also the perfect place for photography or simply relaxing in solitude. What impressed me most was the sense of detachment from the modern world, where time seems to slow down. Lagoinha do Leste is not just a beach, it is a pure nature adventure, a haven for those seeking peace and pristine beauty. Ilha Grande, located off the coast of Rio de Janeiro, is a paradise island with pristine and vibrant natural beauty. Upon arriving, I felt completely removed from urban life. Only the blue ocean, dense forests, and endless stretches of white sand surrounded me. The island has over 100 beaches and small bays, each with its own character. Praia Lopes Mendes is one of the most famous, with soft white sand and ideal waves for surfing. I spent time walking along the shore, feeling the sand beneath my feet, listening to the soothing sounds of waves mixed with the calls of tropical birds. Ilha Grande is not only scenic, but also ecologically rich. Tropical rainforest covers much of the island, home to numerous rare species of flora and fauna. I hiked along forest trails shaded by towering trees, following streams that gurgled like hidden pathways into another world. The island also preserves historical sites, from colonial times to the famous Cândido Mendes prison, now a visitor attraction. The combination of untouched nature and cultural heritage gives Ilha Grande a unique charm, making every step an exciting experience. For me, Ilha Grande is both a retreat and an adventure. It offers the perfect balance of ocean, forest, and history, making it an ideal destination for those seeking to immerse themselves in nature and enjoy the pure beauty of Brazil. Olinda, located near Recife in Pernambuco, is one of Brazil's most beautiful and culturally rich historic cities. Stepping into Olinda, I felt as if I had entered a vibrant painting, with cobblestone streets, pastel-colored houses, and lively, small squares. Olinda is famous for its well-preserved Portuguese colonial architecture. Walking through the narrow, winding streets, I admired historic churches such as Igreja da Sé and Igreja de São Francisco, where every wall, dome, and painting tells a story from centuries past. Music and street art are also central here. The rhythms of drums, frevo, and samba fill the squares, giving the city a festive spirit all year round. Olinda is renowned for its carnival, one of Brazil's oldest and most colorful festivals. I witnessed parades, masks, elaborate costumes, and energetic dances, immersing myself in the city's boundless energy and joy. Local cuisine is another highlight. From tapioca pancakes and acarajé to fresh seafood, every dish reflects a delicate blend of African and Portuguese influences. I enjoyed these treats at small street stalls, savoring both the traditional flavors and the warm hospitality of the locals. For me, Olinda is more than just a city to visit. It is a place where past and present intertwine, where architecture, art, and lively culture come together to create an unforgettable Brazilian experience. Amid the vibrant pulse of Rio de Janeiro, one building instantly captured my attention: the Museum of Tomorrow. Standing along Guanabara Bay, its futuristic design, resembling a spaceship reaching out to the sea, gives the impression of stepping through a gateway into another world. Inside, the first impression is the vast openness, filled with natural light streaming through giant glass panels. Unlike traditional museums that showcase the past, this one dares to ask questions about the future of humanity. Interactive displays, 3D visuals, and scientific simulations made me feel as though I had landed on another planet. I wandered through exhibits exploring the universe, life on Earth, climate change, and emerging technologies. Each gallery pushed me to reflect: where are we headed? How will humans coexist with nature and technology in the coming decades? The feeling was both thought-provoking and hopeful. What struck me most was the museum's profound message: the future is not something that simply arrives. It is something we collectively create. The Museum of Tomorrow is not only a masterpiece of art and science, but also a reminder that every choice we make today shapes the world of tomorrow. Leblon. The name itself sounds like a gentle melody amidst the vibrant rhythm of Rio de Janeiro. Located right next to the famous Ipanema, Leblon has a distinct character: elegant, serene, and somewhat more private. The moment I arrived, I sensed a slower pace of life, where the ocean's calmness meets the sophistication of the city. The beach of Leblon stretches with soft white sand, its waves rolling in a soothing rhythm. Families strolled leisurely, young people played sports on the sand, and rows of palm trees swayed gracefully in the breeze. Unlike the crowded beaches nearby, Leblon gave me the feeling of discovering a peaceful haven within a marvelous city. The neighborhood of Leblon is also renowned for its sophistication. Charming cafes, international restaurants, and stylish boutiques line the coastal streets. I sat at a cafe, sipping an espresso while watching the fiery sunset melt into the ocean. In that moment, time seemed to pause, allowing me to fully breathe in the spirit of the city. Leblon reflects the diversity of Rio at its finest, modern yet deeply connected to nature. At night, when the streetlights glow, the neighborhood sparkles with a romantic and warm atmosphere. For me, Leblon is more than just a beach. It is a symbol of balance, where vibrancy and tranquility, modern life, and natural beauty coexist in harmony. And I knew that the memories I made here would stay with me throughout my journey in Brazil. São Paulo, the largest city in Brazil and one of South America's most vibrant cultural and economic hubs. From the moment I arrived, I sensed a rhythm completely different from Rio de Janeiro. If Rio is a samba song full of colors, São Paulo is a modern symphony where millions of people create a pulse that never stops. Skyscrapers rise above bustling streets, while colorful graffiti transforms entire neighborhoods into open-air galleries. São Paulo is a melting pot of cultures, home to Italian, Japanese, Portuguese, and Arab communities, each adding its unique touch to the city's identity. Walking along Avenida Paulista, the city's most famous avenue, I felt the rush of life on every face. This boulevard is not only a financial hub, but also lined with museums, libraries, cafes, and public spaces that blend modernity with creativity. The culinary scene surprised me most. From traditional Brazilian dishes to Italian pizza and Japanese sushi, São Paulo is often called Brazil's food capital, and rightfully so. As night falls, the city comes alive with neon lights, buzzing bars, and nightclubs that never seem to close. São Paulo never sleeps, and it invites everyone to join in its endless rhythm. Our journey through Brazil comes to an end, leaving me with countless unforgettable impressions. From the pristine beaches of Lagoinha do Leste, Muro, Alto, and Ilha Grande, to the vibrant cultural cities of Rio de Janeiro, Salvador, and Olinda, each place has its own story, rhythm, and unique beauty. Brazil is not only famous for its stunning nature, but also for its warm, passionate, and culturally rich people. I remember samba rhythms echoing through squares, the colorful carnival celebrations, and the genuine smiles of the locals. Every experience allowed me to feel deeply the free-spirited essence and joy of life in this country. Looking back, I realize Brazil is a perfect blend of ocean, forest, cities, and culture. Every destination is a piece of a larger, vibrant mosaic full of emotion. Whether for adventure, exploration, or relaxation, Brazil has a way of creating memorable moments for every traveler. This journey was more than visiting famous spots. It was a trip to connect with nature, culture, and people. I leave Brazil with a heart full of emotions, unforgettable memories, and a longing to return one day to continue the adventure in this colorful land.